Hello, this is Randy Clark. Hey, listen, I have an incredible story for you today on a crop circle that was formed in the middle of a dry lake bed in Oregon. It was seen in the newspapers around there in the area when this happened. Just an incredible story. If you go on Google, you can find this. It's east of the Steens Mountains there in Oregon, but just an incredible story because from 9,000 feet is what you're looking at right here, and you can clearly see what is there in front of you here. This huge pattern was scored into the dry lake bed in Oregon, and just an unbelievable story because there were some pilots that flew over the area. They're from the Idaho National Guard. A lieutenant in the National Guard there flew over this location, and here's what it looked like from 9,000 feet up in the air. You can clearly see just an unbelievable pattern. This is a Yantra Mandela formation. It's an ancient symbol, and literally this is a geometrically perfect depiction of this ancient symbol. All the lines line up. Everything is correctly done. Now, these are the four border lines that go around the entire formation, and these lines are literally 10 inches wide and 3 inches deep. Every single line in this entire formation is 10 inches wide and 3 inches deep. So again, this is on hard pan desert type dirt, so it's very compacted, very difficult to score into this type of material, especially a 10-inch trough that's 3 inches deep throughout this entire depiction here. So, who knows what made this? All we know is a few things that we know about this. Number one, there was no cars in this area. There's no tire marks into this area. It's in a very remote location, so it's out kind of in the middle of the nowhere, and all of a sudden here you find this incredibly huge looking crop circle looking type of image in the middle of the desert. I mean, I've never seen this before. But again, this happened at a time when there was no kind of tools that you could use for this kind of a formation in 1990 and pull this off in a very short period of time. I mean, this thing had to have taken some time to be done if it was humans making something like this. However, if this was something that was non-human that did this, that had some kind of higher technology, well, you might be able to carve something like this out of the desert in no time at all, because again, the pilots hadn't seen this on the ground as they flew over this area, and this is a training area where they fly planes over all the time for the military. No one saw this. Just all of a sudden, August 10th rolls around, 1990, and these pilots fly over, and all of a sudden, whammo, there this thing is in the middle of the desert. But again, this was not done by humans, it looks like, because there's no tire marks, no footprints, no kind of score marks from machines that you would think that could do something like this. So how do you make something like this in the middle of a dry lake bed? And again, this is 13.3 miles long. If you go to each one of these grooves and you measure the distance around this entire formation through all of these lines, it's 13.3 miles long. You tell me, how do you make a groove 13.3 miles long, 10 inches wide, 3 inches deep, into very compact, hard dirt? Not very easy to do. I mean, even if you had a backhoe, that would be almost impossible to do something like that and really make it look perfect like this formation is. It's absolutely perfect. Perfection in terms of the lines, the formation. And I believe there's like 7 or 8 triangles inside the center of this thing. So it's just an incredible formation, again, in the middle of a dry lake bed. So don't know who did it, but obviously someone was very talented who made this. More than likely it came from somewhere else. But hope you guys like this video. If you like, give me a thumbs up. If you want, subscribe to my channel. Go to Go For It Randy and check out my other videos as well. So hope you appreciate this video. Take care, guys.